I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki. Welcome back to the channel! I was at Goodwill earlier this week and I found this haunted house lamp from the 80s. As you can see, part of the chimney and the little ghost on top has broken off completely, and unfortunately those pieces weren't in the box. But I was pretty sure that I could bring her home and bring her back to life. So with that being said, let's get into it. First, I wiped down the lamp and removed the bulbs, and then with white Sculpey, sculpted the chimney back on. First, making a flat area to make the base of the shape, and then going in with a tool and mimicking the brick pattern to match what was already there. To set it, I brought out my heat gun. I overdid it slightly here and it bubbled up, so I pulled out some sandpaper and got it smooth. To make the ghost, I made a rough shape with foil, and then covered it with Sculpey, going back and forth looking at the box to make sure it looked close enough to the original. I then added in the face, and again used a heat gun to set it, and once more went back in with a little bit of sandpaper to smooth out any areas that needed it. From there, I went outside and applied a white spray primer all over. The next day, it was time to add color back in. Starting first with a wash of deep gray paint so that color settled into all of the cracks, any of the bricks, or anywhere that I thought would need a little bit of depth, and blotting with a paper towel as necessary. When that was dry, I added in some light gray paint and went all around the house, doing a few coats to build up some color. From there, I wanted to deepen that stone-like base at the bottom of the house, so I mixed a little bit more of the deep gray into that paint we had just used and went around doing a few washes until I got the color to where I liked it. Now it's time for the roof. I wanted to recreate the original greenish black, so I mixed some green and black paint together until I got the perfect swampy shade and went all over. For the little roof above the door and the boarded up windows, I put a coat of brown mixed with a little bit of purple to kind of mimic the original colorway. When that was dry, I didn't really like it, so I mixed some purple and black together and redid that little roof, which I think looks much better than the brown. Next, I mixed some green, black, and brown together with a little bit of water and went around the base. I then went back and added in a few more washes with a bit more black all around the base to build up the color. I also put this same shade on a dry brush and went around and added the little moldy bits that the original house had. For the pumpkins, I used orange and a little bit of brown mixed together, and while that first coat dried, I went up onto the roof and put a wash of brown all over the owl, and then added that same brown along the base, focusing on the area around the pumpkins. I then mixed some burgundy into that orange paint and went around and added it onto the pumpkins in different spots, making sure to not fully coat anything, but just add a little depth back in. Then I added another wash of black paint and finally moved on to the ghosts, painting them pure white. After that, I did some minor touch-ups, making sure to clean up any of the white or orange paint I had just placed down, adding in black at the little jack-o'-lantern above the door, as well as the little ghosts, making sure to keep the expression of the original ghost intact. And then it felt like it was missing something and needed a little pizzazz, so I mixed some metallic festive green with some black paint and water, and did a wash of that all over the roof, and just a little bit at the base. Finally, I took it outside to seal it with Krylon satin finish, which means it's time for the reveal.
For a reminder, here's where we started.
Here it is. I think I did a really good job of keeping the essence of the original while also making it look better than before. The new chimney and the ghost look like they were always there, and that makes me really happy. I will say that when I brought this home, I plugged it in and I didn't notice anything wrong with it. It seemed to turn on. However, after this, when I plugged it back in, the wire sparked and was making a buzzing sound, so I went ahead and ordered a replacement cord and bulb set for this. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to use the old bulbs because they didn't fit in the new cord. Overall, I can't wait to display this, and I am really pleased with how this turned out. Not only did I bring this back to life, but I saved it from going into a landfill, which I feel was a likely outcome considering the condition I found it in at Goodwill. I really would love to make more of these little villages, and I hope I find more in the thrift stores, so keep your fingers crossed for me, but this was so much fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!